Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. Got a video today from Financial Coffee Channel. I think it's probably one of the worst things if you lived in your car to drive into the middle of the woods in the middle of nowhere. Like, that's how you get kidnapped. It is just weird that people film everything.
So, I am homeless now. My life has gone to shambles since March. I feel like anyone who's gone through what I have probably would have, probably literally committed suicide by now. I am so tired. So this is my day one of being homeless. Everything is in the car. This is some snacks and juice and stuff. And then I have like my blankets and stuff back there and cleaning stuff and other stuff random stuff I grabbed. But like basically from the beginning, we've gotten evicted from our apartment back in
Shocker.
March. We had to like move everything to a storage unit.
Who's we? Like you and your dog?
I feel like I'm gonna get McDonald's and then we're gonna like figure out the rest of the day because I don't know what's gonna happen.
So it's obvious like you don't have a job or something? Is that like figure out the rest of your day? Shouldn't you be going to work?
So I live out of my car. I've been living out of my car since 2022. And on the morning of July 5th, everything was stolen out of my car.
That sucks.
I've been living in my converted minivan for exactly 6 months today, but today is the first day that I've said, I need to get off the road. I'm about to throw in the towel. I've been through so much in this thing, including a broken leg, recovered fine. I'm tough. I'm one of the ones. I just thought I was living life on hard mode and doing a pretty good job.
Cleaning my camper van, part 3.
Why do they all have dogs? Like, life is hard already without a pet. Like, I get the companionship, but the money, the time, the cleanup, to deal with a pet while you're struggling is just, I don't feel like it's worth it. And of course it's a mess in there. Like, who's... It's like, women's cars are a mess. Women's rooms are a mess. You put the two together into a car room like this? Yeah.
This is how I get ready living in my car. I intentionally built an all-purpose cabinet behind my passenger side. And this is where I do my hair and makeup. I have a mirror with an LED light so I can actually see my ugly face. Every morning after the gym, I decide not to shower and I just get ready in my car. Since my fur baby lives with me, I just want to make sure that I'm with her.
Again, the pet, and you're not showering and stuff?
It's pretty self-explanatory, but I do my hair and makeup right behind my driver's side. And since I just got done at the gym and I don't shower until the evening, I do put on deodorant throughout the day so I don't smell like an onion. Closest to the back side of my car, I have a wardrobe where I built in a light so I can also see clothes at night. And this is how I change. Putting on the pants is always the worst. Even though I'm 5 feet tall, it's still a pain in the butt. Then I grab my shoes from my shoe closet, which is directly behind the passenger side, and put on my shoes just like normal. I try to look like I'm not living in my car, so I maneuver my way up to the front side, and that's how we get ready. Here's Ori and I pretending that we're modeling for absolutely nothing.
I live in my car, and today I woke up at a random park, so let's get ready for the day. Alrighty, now we're in the front. My life is a bit unconventional, and I have some trash that needs taken out, so let's go do that. Now I have about an hour drive until I can shower, but for those of you who are curious to where I do shower, I do it at 24-hour gyms. Someone would recommend our Planet Fitness, and I think someone said Anytime Fitness. And obviously we can't forget breakfast, so here is my on-the-road breakfast.
My favorite thing about...
Don't feel sorry for these people, man. And just putting this out there again, like I always do, because they kind of put themselves in this position. Majority of these made horrible decisions. They got evicted. They didn't have good jobs, nor they didn't want to work or something, or they just didn't want to work with a man. As in, they probably had men that had homes that they could move into, but just they didn't need no man.
Van life so far has been saving money. My total expenses, including bills and everything, is $1,600 a month, and my rent alone in Boulder was $2,300 a month. And it's a crazy lifestyle, and it does take some getting used to.
Hi, I'm Madeline, and I live in my car, traveling the East Coast. I think this is day like...
It is kind of alarming how many women are living in their cars. Again, for men, it isn't even that safe. But for women, I think it's even worse.
Either 12 or 13. I just woke up, switched parking lots to Planet Fitness because I'm about to go and take me a shower. I'm about to put my window covers back all the way up so that no one fusses about Leah being in here. And then we're going to take a shower.
Okay,
so we took a shower, got ready, got some Starbucks. We are about to head out to our little spot that we're going to today.
How come none of them ever talk about going to work?
It takes 30-something minutes to get there, so easy money. Easy money. Okay, so right now me and Leah are chilling with the windows down at a beach thingy, but we just walked the beach. No, just being nosy. And then go to my parking lot that I'm sleeping in tonight. Okay, so I just wrote in my journal, and I'm about to read a little bit of my book and then go to bed. So, good night. I love you.
Is that what you do all day? You don't even work?
Name's Emily. I live full-time.
Oh, of course, we got an Asian one, right? And she has a dog.
In a van with my dog,
It's a
Theo,
big
and during the
dog.
week I work an in-person 9 to 5. Today I want to show you a typical work week morning. Monday through Friday I park at a safe spot close to work that I can't disclose due to safety reasons. We wake up at 6 a.m. so that we're ready for a 7 a.m. start at work. Today Theo gets his breakfast in bed, but that's not normally the case. If it's Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, he goes to daycare. If it's Tuesday or Thursday, he comes to work
See, you have to pay for daycare and stuff. Like,
with me. While Theo eats, I get ready the same way someone living in a house or an apartment would, just in a much smaller space. I wash my face, I brush my teeth, don't mind all the dog fur on my butt. Then it's time for hair and makeup, nothing too exciting. If you live in a van, you know this, but I almost never see my full body in a mirror. Some mornings I make my bed, some mornings I don't. It just depends on how much time I have. Theo loves to make this part as difficult as possible, and now it's time for a quick outfit change. Lastly, I let Theo out to go to the bathroom before I drive him to daycare or to my work.
This morning I woke up just north of the Tetons after
Two
probably
dogs.
the coldest night I've ever had living in the van. It was 17 degrees when I woke up, and I don't have a heater in my van, so it was pretty cold in there. But the show must go on, so even with frost all over the windshield, I got the boys ready to go out, and we went outside for a little adventure in the morning. I do usually say I love having my dogs because they get me out, but today I really could have done without it because it was so cold. Back in the van because the snot in my nose was literally starting to freeze. I decided to make coffee, but my water was frozen, so I had to use my Camelback for water. Then I got the coffee going and warmed my hands a little bit because they were frozen. And once I finally got my coffee all cute and put together, I decided to put it in a travel mug instead. Then I took the trash out, went to the bathroom, which I know how to do because of this sign.
How I stay safe as a solo female van lifer while sharing my life online. Number 1 is never sharing my actual location in real time. By the time you see something on my page, I'm already long gone from that destination. Number 2, make sure I can get out of a situation quickly if something goes wrong. I do this by backing into my parking spaces, keeping my driver's seat clear.
she has a Mercedes ones, like one of those Sprinter vans. Those are really nice. So seems pretty well off.
And storing my keys in the same spot every time. Number 4, when I'm arriving at a campsite for the night, the first thing I do is put my window covers up before I turn on any lights. This is so that nobody can see who or how many people are inside the van. Number 5, I pay attention to my surroundings and I trust my gut. If something or someone feels off, I don't question it and I just leave instead.
I am with my dog. I chose to live in my car today. This is my second day wearing these clothes and my first day being homeless. So I literally pretty much chose this.
Yes,
I was living in a camper.
Again, shouldn't feel sorry for these women.
Um,
And again, yeah, sure, there's men that are doing this too, but men aren't out there saying they're strong and independent, don't need no man.
my mom's boyfriend lent to me. But there's been issues with him and Rusty, my dog here. He hates him and wants him out and all this. And he doesn't have really many options of where to go. and we literally move into
So, because of your dog, you couldn't have a place to stay. Got it.
to our $1,600 apartment next month. But I figured, I was like, I cannot suffer without my dog. This is probably gonna sound ridiculous, but like, I'd rather live with my dog than suffer without him. But like, basically from the beginning, we've gotten evicted from our apartment back in March. We had to like move everything to a storage unit, and my boyfriend moved back in with his parents, and I moved into a camper outside of my mom's house. But there's issues with my relationship and my family. Like, I feel like I'm in the middle, and they don't like each other, and so I'm just in the middle, and I don't know what to do. There is some other stuff in the camper yet, like my box of shirts and stuff, but I already have my laundry back here, so I'm just gonna wear what I have. And then here I have like a little spot for Rusty. Underneath is a case of water that's already opened that I've had. But our first stop is McDonald's because we're gonna get some free cold water, and I'm gonna put it in my Stanley. And I'll probably get him something to eat, even though I think he just ate, but that's okay.
Hey, I'm homeless. I live in my car, and I'm going to show you how I get ready for bed when it's cold outside. I think it's supposed to dip down into like the teens tonight, like 19 degrees or something like that. So first order of business is to warm this car up before I get all snug as a bug in my bed. So right now I have the car running with the heater going, and I'll do that for about 10 to 15 minutes. And I put my privacy curtains up on my front windows. This is what they look like. I don't know if you can see up close, but basically they have little clips that clip in here.
And like, again, if I was living this kind of life, I would personally be somewhat embarrassed. I wouldn't be filming everything. But I get, nowadays everything gets filmed and documented because TikTok.
And then I tie up here in the middle. And here's what my front windshield cover looks like. It's just one of these little doohickeys. And I always put my pillow up here in the front with me while I'm heating up my car so it gets nice and warm, because I hate sleeping on an ice cold pillow. And I put my back window covers on. I have to get out of the car and do that. They're these little like screen type ones. So it's all warm and toasty now, so I'm gonna hop in the back.
It's like, are these people trying to glorify it in a new way or something? Because I know there are people that do glorify it, but they do live a different life.
Now I lock my car so nobody can get me. And now I just wrap up in my Magellan low temp sleeping bag. Actually, I use it as a blanket and cover myself and kind of tuck it under. And even though it's going to be frigid, I'm going to be super cozy and comfortable. It's a process, but it's worth it.
So I live out of my car. I've been living out of my car since 2022. And on the morning of July 5th, everything was stolen out of my car. Like, I had gone in to do a pet sit, like I pet sit for people, and I had my backpack with me, and I had my medications inside. Everything else was in my car, like my entire wardrobe. And when I woke up in the morning, my car trunk was open and my car was completely empty. That included 2 iPads, an iPhone, a whole bunch of very important and expensive things. And yes, I had like a couple rage hours, but then after a while, I was like, you know, what are you gonna do? Like, it's just stuff and whatever. Like, the thing that really pissed me off was that listen, I honestly don't judge people usually.
I can judge people for stealing. They're bad people.
Who steal stuff. Normally they have a pretty good reason. And
if you have a good reason for stealing stuff now, it's okay. Got it. This is liberal mindset right here.
It is what it is. But I was like, listen, homie, you opened up this car, you looked inside here, and there's no way you didn't think, oh, someone lives in here. And you still, like, they took my earthquake kit, like, all of my safety and, like, outdoor supplies, like, my clothes, like, my food. But the place that I was staying had a Ring camera, and so we were able to get some footage of what happened. And they, first of all, they couldn't have walked away with all my stuff. They definitely had to load it into a car. And it's pretty clear what car, the video cuts out like where the actual theft happens, but it's pretty sure what car it is that does the theft. And that car actually matches the description of another car that was stolen in the same neighborhood that same evening. And so through the wonders of the internet, I found that guy who owns that car. They found his car, and he just went and picked up his car and said his car is full of stuff. So I'm about to go find out if that's all my stuff. And to be honest, I'm gonna be kind of annoyed if it is, because like my life actually got much simpler, and I had already figured out solutions for everything, and I was fine. I was moving on. I was like, cool, I actually love, like, we love an opportunity for a factory reset. Like,
imagine getting upset that they might have found all of your stuff that was stolen. Like, why would you be upset about that? Oh, now I live a simpler life because I didn't have an iPad and all these things. Even if you have those things, you don't have to keep using them. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And I catch you guys next time.